Once upon a time, in a quiet village by the river, there lived a poor potter named Rami. He wasn't rich. He had no land, no gold, and no helper. But he had his hands, his wheel, and 2 old clay pots that carried water from the river to his small home every morning. One pot was perfect, round, shiny, and proud. The other had a long crack along its side. Each time Rami filled them, the perfect pot reached home full, while the cracked one arrived half empty. The villagers often laughed. "Rami," they said, "throw away that broken pot. It's useless. It wastes your effort." But Rami smiled and replied softly, "Not everything that leaks is a loss. Some things give in ways we don't see." The villagers shook their heads. They thought he was just covering his failure with fancy words. Days turned into weeks. The cracked pot felt ashamed. It saw its own reflection in the river, flawed, useless. One morning, as Rami lifted it, the pot whispered, "Master, please replace me. I fail you every day." Rami paused. He smiled gently and said, "Come, my friend, look at the path we walk." The pot looked and gasped. On its side of the path, wildflowers bloomed, yellow, red, and violet, a ribbon of color leading all the way home. "When I saw your crack," Rami said, "I planted seeds along the way. You watered them every morning without knowing. The other pot brings water, but you bring life." The pot was silent. For the first time, it felt proud of the very thing it once hated. Then one season, heavy rain came. The river swelled and flooded the village. Houses and fields were washed away. When the storm cleared, everyone saw something strange. Only Rami's hut still stood. The villagers came running. "Rami, your flowers saved your home." Their roots held the soil. "Your broken pot has brought you fortune." Rami smiled quietly. "Maybe it's good, maybe it's not. Who knows what comes next?" Weeks later, the old pot's crack widened. One morning, it split in 2 and could no longer hold water. Rami buried the pieces beneath the flowers. The villagers said, "How sad. Your lucky pot is gone." But soon the flowers grew taller and stronger, nourished by the clay that melted into the earth. Years passed. Travelers began stopping by the colorful path. They rested in its shade, bought Rami's pots, and carried his seeds to faraway lands. The once poor potter became known not for his wealth, but for his wisdom. And when people asked the secret of his garden, he would smile and say, "Beauty often begins where something breaks." We all carry cracks, flaws, failures, scars. We try to hide them, thinking they make us weak. But sometimes those cracks are how the light gets out. Like Rami's pot, what leaks from us may water someone else's path. So don't curse your imperfections. Embrace them. For one day you'll see, even broken things can create something beautiful. If you enjoyed this magical adventure, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. There are many more stories waiting just around the corner.